All right, we back. It's your man Bustamove, general YouTuber, businessman podcast, episode number 14. Episode number 14. Coming live from Denver, Colorado, man. You know what I'm saying? Great time out here. It's your man Bustamove. Shout out to both my co-hosts. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the homie Big Benny. You can follow Benny on social media at BENNYYY underscore underscore. And follow at the Sites King, the great one. But it's your man Buster Move holding the podcast down solo dolo. Because man, we're going live right here from Denver, Colorado, man. Great 48 hours, a great weekend here in Denver. You know what I'm saying? Today's podcast is going to be about consistency and patience. Because that's what I really saw this weekend as I was in Denver, Colorado, starting off with, the game. Shout out to, Colorado and Colorado State for that matter. It was a dynamite game, you know what I'm saying? But I'm riding with Coach Prime personally. He got it done. The Sandy boys, you know what I'm saying? Hunter A and Travis Hunter, man, get a quick recovery, you know what I'm saying? You know, so we we see that was a cheap shot. It was a very cheap shot. But here nor there, y'all was down, y'all was not out, and Prime came through. Great coaching, showed y'all, man. Shador Sanders, man. I think I said his name correctly. Man, he's a dynamite quarterback. He's a dynamite leader. You know what I'm saying? That's why on Coach Prime, on his shirts, on his jerseys for his team, he has L's for leaders, not captains, leaders, because he's teaching his men how to be leaders. And it was a lot of patience in that game. I mean, as I watched that game, I saw a lot of patience, and I was very proud of the Colorado team because they were down and to battle back, take the lead, win the game, and battle adversity, losing one of the top players in college football this year. That Hunter kid is different. He playing both ways. He playing on defense and offense. But from my understanding, I think he's going to be out for a few weeks due to the cheap shot that he took in the Colorado State game. But nonetheless, they have not arrived. They are here. They ain't coming. They are here. So, shout out to Coach Prime, Colorado. Shout out to Colorado State to the rest of the teammates that played a great game because it was actually a great game. And I was blessed to be here in Denver, Colorado to witness that game because it was dynamite. And I saw a lot of patience and I saw a lot of consistency, staying consistent with they play calling and things of that nature. And that's what we got to do in life. Today in society, you got to stay consistent whatever you do. That's why we are so adamant about the Businessman podcast, trying to stay consistent. And y'all see, I got a great room, a great view. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to, my background is really real. You know what I'm saying? We really outside. You know, it was just a great game, man. It was just a great thing, and I wanted to tie it into the podcast tonight in showing you how to implicate consistency and patience in whatever you do, even in life, because things happen that sometimes you can't control, and when they happen, you got to stay patient, you got to stay consistent to get over it, to get through it, to get on the other side of it. So if you don't, you're gonna take an L. And that's in anything you do in life. So I mean, I just want everybody to understand that whenever you watching something or you focus on something, stay focused, stay in tune. Stay laser locked in because that's what I saw all weekend, man. I saw a lot of laser locked in with these games, and that's why usually when football is back on, the crime is down, the nonsense is down. People are really, really, into their groove where they trying to stay calm, collective. They trying to really, it's good betting going on. Shout out to DraftKings, man. Shout out to FanDuel, you know what I'm saying, for making betting legal in the state of Maryland. And we are really taking advantage of it. So it's a lot of things going on that people have to see and implicate in their life because those things are going to make you who you are. Are you going to stay consistent? Are you going to stay patient to get what you're trying to be? Or are you going to be speedballing? Or are you going to just fold when the pressure comes to you? Like I say, it's your man Buster Move, general YouTuber. I'm holding it down for the Businessman Podcast, episode 14, live from Denver, Colorado. It was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful 48 hours here, man. And I got a nice voiceover slide coming up for y'all as well. I want y'all to check it out too. Like I say, lock into this podcast, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications, get all the bells, get everything. stay consistent, man, because like I say, this podcast is growing. Like I say, Bustamove, the Sites King, Big Benny, we are doing big things, man. We got a lot of things coming up, and we just want to stay consistent, and we just want to stay positive, and we trying to stay patient. You got to be patient, man. You're going to catch a lot of us doing solo segments, just tapping in with y'all to all of our fan base. Hope y'all like my shirt. My shirt got a lot of love. But you know what, though? I got more love with this shirt in Chicago and LA. No, excuse me, not LA, Las Vegas. We were playing the Raiders, and I always compare the LA Raiders, but it's Las Vegas Raiders. This shirt got way more love, man. But here in Denver, it was cool though. It got a little buzz. They started saying DC United and the Bullets and things of that nature. So it got a little bit of love here too. Not as much as I would expect it, but it's okay. You know, Today, this Sunday, man, we went to the Denver Broncos and the Washington Commanders game. Hey, listen, Denver, Colorado is a great place. Denver, Colorado, man, has a great atmosphere. I didn't really feel the altitude issue, and I'm pretty sure my Commanders didn't feel it because they pulled the W out today. Great win, you know. Also in that game, I saw a lot of consistency and patience. I feel like if we could put together two halves, man, we're gonna be something dynamite because we really just giving y'all one half a ball and we really just pulling things out of just playing one half. If we could put together two halves, offense and defense, we're gonna get somebody a hell of a game and a run for their money. But I truly believe that we found our quarterback of the future. Shout out to Sam Howell. Sam Howell, man, he's tough, he's consistent, he's patient. Y'all see that? Y'all see who Bustamove tied all that in to the podcast? Like I say, this is podcast episode 14. You know what I'm saying? It's your man Bustamove, general YouTuber, and we're talking about being consistent and patient. Man, today in that game, man, it was so much consistency of patience going on in that game. Because that first half, we was trash. Man, that first half, man, had me want to be like, ugh. I wanted to just pass out, man. I just wanted to not. I didn't understand what was going on. I didn't like the. I think we were speedballing. I don't feel that we were really trying to stay patient. I don't feel that we were trying to stay consistent with the play calling. I feel like we were all over the place. We didn't get Terry involved enough. We didn't get Jahan involved enough. But that's why it's two different halves. Because out of all of that, they got very consistent and patient in the second half. And let me give y'all another gem too. Let me drop this right here, for food for thought for y'all. Whenever you go to these games and you see a team do they ring ceremonies or they induct these to the Hall of Fame ceremonies on your team, that's a sign of disrespect. They were disrespecting us today. They basically said, this will be a W. We're going to beat the Washington Commanders. We're going to go ahead, man, and we're going to make this our day to talk about DeMarcus Ware. DeMarcus Ware was a great defensive end. He came from Dallas Cowboys, or should I say Dallas Cowgirls. He came from them, and then he went to Denver, and he got a ring. He solidified himself in a history as a dominant, dynamite defensive player. And that right there was great. But I did not like the disrespect today of them trying to do that on our game. Man, find another game because now my whole goal was, if you watch my live, I said we were going to spoil their ceremony. They had John Elway, Terrell Davis, Big Neil. They had everybody. Oh yeah, don't mind that. Y'all was a little bit of cards fall out my pocket. You gotta have that plastic. As you know, Bus Move ain't dealing with no cash. Everything is in the bank account. Y'all know that. Stay woke, stay focused. Listen to that. I ain't got no money for y'all. But listen, you know what I'm saying, man? They try to do that today to us, man. And I was like, wow. And they came out. The energy, they play caller was consistent. They play caller was patient. They play caller was great. And they went up, man. They went up 21-3. We were down. And I was looking like, whoa, this might be a long day for, busting move mental and my psyche because, it's not, I can't recall ever going to a game out of town and we're losing. We lost. Even whenever I went to the Dallas Cowboys game, or should I say Dallas Cowgirls, each time we went to those games, we were there and we won. So, like I say, it was just like, I said, maybe the streak is over. I said, maybe, maybe it's time for us to take an L and the streak is over. But it wasn't. I had to stay consistent. I had to stay patient. I had to stay focused. I had to have faith, and I did. And in the second half, Irk the enemy, man, dynamite assistant head coach, dynamite play caller. I'm gonna tell you one thing when I sort of was very consistent and patient with him today, y'all. They called a huddle. They got the ball when the ball came out. You know, the enemy Irk called a huddle. He said, "Come in." And usually the big offensive linemen, they don't like to really come over and doing them type of things because at the end of the day, they're big guys and they feel like, man, look, I'm gonna stay with everybody's line, so I got to run back and forth. But he's very consistent on his coaching style, which is hardcore. He's very patient with his players to teach them to know, respect me on when I make a call. And he flagged all his linemen over there. Let's go, get over here. And they got over there, y'all. When they came over there, they came out firing on all cylinders because the patience and the consistency that he was showing his players, the camaraderie, it just was just oozing all over the field on that second half, man. And like I say, you look at behind me, you can see it right there. Look at that. Look at that, huh? They thought they was doing something. Y'all see that behind me? They thought they was doing something. Oh man. Oh, look at them. Look at them, man. They was doing a big one on us, yeah. But hey, you gotta play two halves. Because when you play two halves and you put it together, it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. And today, my team finished on top because they were consistent and patient and focused and they believed. And like I say, as Coach Prime say, I hope you believe. We have not won a game in Denver, Colorado since 2001. Wow. We have not been 2-0 in 10 years. Wow. Things are changing here. Shout out to Coach Ron Rivera for getting his 100 win. He's one of 5 active coaches that still has over 100 wins. That's big. That's a beautiful thing, And like I say, today, y'all, it looked like we were a real NFL football team. See, years past, I had no patience with this team because there was no consistency on the field, and we looked at like a JV squad where it just didn't make sense. Like we didn't belong on the field with nobody. But now we belong. Shout out to Deron Payne. Like I say, this is the Businessman Podcast. It's your man Bustamove coming live from Denver, Colorado. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and get all the notifications. Hey, listen, and yes, Ron and Ski Kids do stutter. Shout out to my little brother, man, Louis Stunner. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he's a Dallas Cowboy fan. And should I say Cowgirls? But man, that defense y'all got is something different. That kid, man, Michael Parson, man, listen, what more can I say? He's an animal. He's an animal. But my first rounder, my linebacker, number 52, he did his thing today. I truly believe him being consistent and patient and waiting for his moment to shine is what turned that game around for us. Because he shot over there like a cannon out of a ball, like a ball out of a cannon. When he got over there and knocked that ball out of Russell Wilson's hands. And that fumble changed the whole vibe of the game. And when, as bad as the first half we played, as bad as the first half that, the Colorado team played, they stayed consistent. They stayed patient. And they turned it around. Because our second half with the Washington Commanders was great. And you know what, though? Man, Sam was just running a 2-minute drill, leading us down the field, setting us in good position. And what did he do? He got us within 7. Right before halftime, it was 7-point deficit. And I told y'all this. It was 21-14. I went live and I said, listen, y'all, telling y'all right now, they trying to do their ceremony on us. We're going to ruin this ceremony today. They tried it. And I wasn't going for it. The team wasn't going for it. That's why I made it my business to do the Businessman Podcast, episode 14, right here live from Denver, Colorado. Because, you can see me doing anything, anywhere, any given time. Shout out to the Businessman Podcast. Shout out to my co-host, the Sice King, the great one, and the homie, Big Benny. You can follow Benny on Instagram at BENNYYY__. Like I said, we on here on the Businessman Podcast, we are staying consistent. We're trying to be great. We're trying to give y'all nothing but great content. We're trying to give y'all, man, a whole lot of good things with this right here, what we doing. Because we see that this can go to the top. We see that we can really tap into a whole nother source of mental health. We can help people understand, man, this right here can give you some type of, outlet. We want to give you an outlet to be able to turn to. You know what I'm saying? If you're a fan of Bustamove or you're a supporter of Bustamove, I thank you. If you're a fan of the Sites King, a supporter of the Sites King, I'm pretty sure Lil Cuz, thank you. If you're a fan of Big Benny, or support of Big Benny thanks you. Because you know why? We trying to stay consistent, great, and patient with y'all. We want y'all to fake, man, listen, stay focused and stay woke because it's a lot of things coming y'all way. You know what I'm saying? Like when you find yourself down and out, turn football on. Man, it is that time of the year, y'all. Turn football on. Enjoy the football games. The football is the way to go. Sports in general. Sit back, relax, stay consistent, stay patient, and stay down until you can come back up because you want to know why? This right here is a beautiful thing. Now, don't get it twisted. When we lose, as my kids always say, me and Big Brains is not very pleasant to be around. When the Washington Commanders lose, me and that lady right there, man, we just be looking at each other like this with the big eyes. Because you want to know why? Because we're so dedicated, and we're so patient, and we're so consistent with our fandom. We're so consistent with our being a fan of our team. We expect greatness from them. And that's what you got to do. You got to expect greatness from yourself. Like I say, you can catch Bustamove doing anything, anywhere, any given time. And I expect that from me. And I want y'all to expect that from me. Because you want to know why? I want to give y'all something that y'all can always say, man, listen, we know the Businessman Podcast is going to always be there for us. Give us great content. Because at the end of the day, it was a great weekend to this weekend in Colorado. Man, and do not miss out on all the content, the shorts, you know what I'm saying, the commercial talk with Bustamove, the other segment, they want to send me back to jail. The Businessman Podcast is the hub. We try to stay consistent and patient with this, and we want y'all to follow it because we're trying to be great with this. I'm just so like overwhelmed with happiness, man. I love when my team win and we start turning a new leaf and things of that nature. And like I said, hey, I gotta shoot a segment today. I gotta get episode 14 up and running because you wanna know why? You gotta stay consistent. You gotta make sure that you stay on top of your game. And that's what happened today. That's what happened this weekend. I watched Colorado, man, Coach Prime, man, and that whole team, coaching staff and staff stay consistent, stay great, stay dedicated. I watched the Washington Commanders today, man. Never fold. They showed that even in the face of adversity, they could try to stay consistent and great and patient. And that's what we want to do here on the Businessman Podcast. Looking forward for a whole lot of great content to bring to y'all to come y'all way. And hopefully y'all stay patient with us because you want to know we're learning. We're still trying to, critique things. We're still trying to, get better at things and things of that nature. And the better we get, the more quality you're going to see from us. Like I say, man, I couldn't have did it without y'all. I couldn't have did it without my team, Big Benny, the Sites King. We just basically trying to give y'all all of, the mind state of what we're trying to bring to the forefront. See, the key that we're trying to do here on the Businessman Podcast is we want to make the podcast a hub, and we're going to give you different segments. The Businessman Podcast. We want to give you commercial talk. We want to give you, they want to see me go back to jail. We want to give you new things. We want to give you Sice King Thought of the Day. Sice loves music. We want to give you, Big Benny, tips on how to be a better cameraman. We got a lot of things coming up that we want to get to y'all on this channel. And like I say, man, we are now over 4,000 subscribers, on the way to 4,100 subscribers. And we thank y'all, man. We really thank y'all because you're going to see this right here. No matter what or no matter how things go, we're going to make sure that we keep this thing alive. Because like I say, man, we've been taking our podcast and taking our channel serious for like the last about 4 months now. I'm gonna say about 4 months strong. And hey, y'all been tuning in, man. Don't nothing else make me feel better when I'm out and about at the Commanders rally and somebody say, "Hey, Bustamove, I love the Businessman podcast. I follow what y'all doing." Or, "Hey, Bustamove, I love what you're doing on your page, man." That's why I gotta stay consistent. I gotta stay patient. I gotta get past all the foolishness and I gotta get past all the nonsense so that I can move in the right direction with top of the line content. Because like I say, man, we are big fans of Cameron and Mace. We see what they doing. We big fans of Noriega. We big fans of Wallow and Gilly. And that's the thing. That's the route we want to go with. We want to make sure that and like I say, honorable mention to academic, honorable mention. You know what I'm saying, to Jump, honorable mention to a lot of the other podcasters out here. Man, we not trying to disrespect or downplay no one. We just want to tap in and give our point of view on things because the Businessman podcast is here to stay. Bustamove the Businessman, we are here and I am here to stay, grind, and keep moving and keep elevating. So, hopefully you keep going up with us and you keep elevating with us because this right here is episode 14. Episode 14. We just got through an episode Lucky 13. We on 14 now. It's a solo episode from your man Bustamove. Like I say, the Businessman podcast. We can't go wrong over here because you want to know why? Today's segment is about being patient and consistency. And if you do both of those things right there, the sky's the limit, y'all. You can apply those two words to everything you do in life. I'm talking about even dealing with your spouse, dealing with your kids, dealing with your job, dealing with football, dealing with, what I'm saying, everyday life. Those two words, consistency and patience, can tap in on some level. Those two words can tap in on some level in everyday life. So like I say, it's your man Bustamove, general YouTuber. Like I say, man, Businessman Podcast, episode 13. I am definitely solo dolo today, but I am representing the Businessman Podcast to the fullest. Shout out to my co-host, the Sites King, the great one. Shout out to Big Benny. You can follow Big Benny on all social media platforms at BENNNYYY __. I would be remiss if I didn't come in here and tap in and give y'all a segment, you know what I'm saying, of your man Bustamove. Y'all know I love to travel. You can see me doing anything, anywhere, any given time. So since that be the case, whenever I'm out of town and I got some time, I'm gonna make sure I get those podcasts and I'm gonna make sure that I get those segments and that content up for y'all. Because like I say, y'all are really following it, and I thank y'all for y'all already watching it. Y'all staying tuned, and that make me keep a sane mind of staying consistent and patient and keep moving in the right direction. So I ain't here to hold y'all too long, man. Y'all see what's going on. Episode 14, Businessman Podcast. Get all the notifications. Hit the like button. Hit the bell button. And y'all know we got that good old W today, man. I'm in the best shape of my life, baby. You know what's going on. Health is wealth. It's your man Bustamove, and I am what you call out.